Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Here we are.
What?
Here we are, another day making videos. Living dream.
Making memories, taking pictures, making memories. I don't know the rest.
What's new then?
I've got a friend coming over for a socially distanced hello today. She's gonna be nice, gonna go for a little walk. Yeah, I'm really excited about it.
So it was nice to see new people.
Yeah. Bought a new cardigan, which I'm really pleased with.
What did you just say about what you're wearing today?
This is my Cinderella dress from my Cinderella shoot, my photo shoot, that you can't really see in any of the pictures because I was also wearing a jumper over the top of it. But they cut the lining on the inside of the dress because they wanted to like show a bit of thigh, like show a bit of like leg underneath, so I didn't look like just one big black like oblong.
Yeah.
But they cut the lining when I wasn't in the dress. So when they put it on, it was like vagina height.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah. And they just left it. So in all the pictures, you can kind of see like a lot of leg.
Yeah.
But I think they like blacked out anything. I mean, I was wearing underwear, but still.
I was going to say about not the cartoon character.
Oh.
But you went straight for the
I went
JJ.
straight for vagina, yeah.
And when you said vagina height, it sounded like a school to me.
Vagina heights.
Yeah, I'm going to vagina heights.
What I said to Ollie before we started the video is that, have you seen those TikToks where it's like, what I would wear if I were a cartoon character? I feel like this is like the epitome of me. This with my like flowery Doc Martens.
So that would be the cartoon.
Yeah.
That'd be the drawing.
Yeah. With a book, like I can't remember what the music is. What would you wear if you were a cartoon character?
What would I wear if I was a cartoon
like
character?
Clothes that you've already got, but clothes that like really represent like you and your personality and who you are. Like this cardigan for me, I feel like is like, when I saw it, I was like, I don't care how much it is, I just need it in my wardrobe.
Yeah. Maybe my pink hoodie.
Yeah, that's a good shout. Or your hoodie.
Oh, my hoodie. A pink hoodie, and then maybe some like, I don't know, jeans. very boring, not as glamorous. But yeah, maybe just my pink hoodie.
And your paisley boxes.
Oh, what ones?
Your paisley boxes.
Which one's those?
What's the paisley pattern on them?
I don't know what paisley is.
It's like that weird, like almost 70s like style print.
Oh, right, yeah.
Is it your blue ones? You got
Maybe.
Blue paisley ones.
Yeah, probably just that.
Yeah. Just your pink hoodie.
And then I'll grow my moustache back.
That's a really concerning look.
What? The moustache or?
The whole ensemble.
Oh, I thought you meant just the moustache. I was like, ah. It is weird though if you look back at the old videos and see the moustache. Only like the OGs will remember the moustache. So like the fresh faced people here who come and watch this channel will be like, moustache? Go back to like, I think I shaved off probably like 50 days in.
Yeah, I was going to say like around the 50s. It's really funny though, because I did a Zoom call yesterday with some of the Les Mis lot, because they were doing a quiz. And it would have been my final day at Les Mis yesterday, so I thought I'd pop in for like 10-15 minutes just to say hello, but couldn't stay for the whole thing because I've got 10,000 words to rewrite. And yeah, one by one as everyone popped up on the screen, everyone's got like way more facial hair than before. Harry Apps was the best one, because Harry Apps is like, he was our Marius, and he was like full on facial hair.
Was it?
Yeah.
You've got no need to do it, no need to shave it. It's, let it grow. Let it grow, let it grow, let it grow.
Were you doing Let It Snow?
Yeah, with some sort of weird tune.
Because I was going to go, let it grow, let it grow.
Topical.
And you are in Frozen, so...
Got a little joke for you, want it? Everyone in the Frozen cast deleted my number. Now all their phones are hands-free. Let's get on with the emails! Thanks for the emails, guys. Lovely emails. Fantastic emails. Really good emails. Loads of emails. Lovely emails. Right, but this one is from someone called Megan Weston.
I recognise that name.
Is that you, Megan? The title is West End Live and Other Shows. And they've said, I was wondering if events outside your usual shows, such as West End Live, performances at award shows, etc, 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 are written in your contract, or if it's completely separate. Do you get paid a separate fee? And what are rehearsals like for them to usual theatre rehearsals? So those are things really. What are rehearsals like? Do you get paid a fee? Are they in your contract? What's it like?
Yeah.
So I've jotted down a couple of things that we've done. Like you've done West End Live, I've done West End Live but not as a cast, so it's a bit different. Tonight at the Palladium.
Yeah.
And Sports Relief, which I did.
And singing at Hyde Park.
Singing at Hyde Park. So let's just go through it and talk about other shows, like other sort of separate performances rather than the actual one you're contracted for.
Like musical theatre concerts.
Yeah.
Type thing.
I'm going to say that they're not in your contract.
They're not.
Yeah, I don't think they are.
Well, I think it comes under press.
Yeah.
So there'll be a clause in everyone's contract that says you must be reasonably available to do press on.
Yeah.
Like.
When required.
When required, yeah.
Because they won't know, like, they won't go, oh, June is like West End Live. They won't know.
Yeah.
They won't like put West End Live in your contract. It sort of just goes like throughout the year. Their press team will like get that show into what they can do. If Tonight at the Palladium's like available, they'll try get your show on there. Yeah. So it's all like within the moment, really. You don't like book a contract in the West End and go, yes, I'm also doing like Tonight at the Palladium.
Yeah.
That might not never happen. It all depends. Separate fee depends again. You got a separate fee for Tonight at the Palladium.
Yeah, because it was on a day off.
Yeah.
So if it's on a day off, it counts as overtime?
I guess so, yeah.
Yeah, so you do, if they're asking you to work for longer that week than is in your contract, then I think they have to pay you overtime. Yeah. But if it's like they're asking you to come in early on a day that you would have been working anyway, it kind of counts as like rehearsal time.
Yeah. Naturally, there's not really a fee involved. Like West End Live, there's no fee and other things. So what are rehearsals like? What is it like doing, like planning a show? I'll say about Sports Relief, what we did, and then you can say all the things that you did. So Sports Relief, we got given like sort of the dimensions of the stage, which luckily enough were around about the same size as Manchester Opera House. So we had sort of cornered it off because it was like a circle rather than like a square shaped sort of stage you would normally have. Our wonderful associate choreographer, Darren Carnell, sort of worked out how much we could do of a certain number. So they were like, we want Back in Time, I think it was Back in Time and Got to Start Somewhere. So we sort of made a mix of both, which would have been like 7 minutes long.
Yeah.
And he sort of worked it out in his head and sort of brought us all on stage, and it was maybe like a couple of hours before our call time, a couple of days before filming.
Yeah.
And he just talks us through it all. And it's relatively straightforward because it's just the show you do.
Yeah, it's stuff that you're already used to doing.
There might be certain things you might have to cut, which is fine, because again, it's not like you're now doing a solo dance on your own. It's rarely that. It's never that drastic. Or they make you do something that you don't normally do.
Yeah.
They don't go, oh, you're now in this dance break.
Yeah.
Like Javert at the front, like, that doesn't happen. So yeah, and you sort of run it a couple of times, and that's it really.
Yeah.
That is, it's not that like, make sure this is right.
Sorry, we're very right.
I'm disappearing. There's no real pressure. And then I'll flash forward to the day. The day we got to Manchester, like BBC Studios, we all got there, like sat in the auditorium, looked around. We had our rehearsal slot on stage, and we literally rehearsed it twice, and that was it. What is different and what's like a big point if you're like dancing on stage is like the floor. Oh my god, that floor in that studio, because it was like they just rolled like rubber, like sort of flooring, I guess. But it was like, because it was like stuck down, it sort of like could move a bit, and it was so like, it was rubber, so it was like so sticky compared to like like West End wooden floor where you can like turn and stuff and slide and do all those sort of things. So that was a big learning curve. And then we had our like filming slot, so it was like hours later. Like we sort of went away, got changed, because all the costume department have to like get your costumes in order, and set up a quick change area as well, because we had a quick change drawing, because some people got us out somewhere, then also in back in time.
Yeah.
Also the swings were in as well, which was really good. They put the swings in, so all the offstage swings are all also in the full piece, so they'd be in the show, which was nice. So anyway, yeah, we disappeared for like 3 or 4, probably like 3 hours, not even that actually, probably like 2 hours. Got our food ordered. They had like a catering service, so we all like ordered. I think we all had like meatballs. And yeah, like 2 hours later, we came out, and there was just like the studio audience there, full of people. But it was so crazy because these guys in the audience, they're like extras. They're not there to like enjoy themselves, if that makes sense. Well, they are enjoying themselves, but the guy walks around with a mic. He's like, right, who's ready to see a bit of Back to the Future? And they're like, yeah. He's like, come on, we need you to shout. We need you to love this. You know, please scream and clap. This is amazing. And then you go mad for it.
Yeah.
There was one guy at the front who was crazy. He was like, yeah. Like, he was like, I was looking at him going, oh my God, this guy like loves it. We did it twice. Yeah, we did it twice in total. So we ran the numbers twice. And it's so annoying because one of my like mess ups was on the second take because of the floor. It's very small. You won't.
Yeah, you can't see it.
You can't really tell it. You can't really tell. But as soon as I did it, I was like, oh man, I'm getting filmed. Like, dude. But that's that really. And then we got a coach back to the theatre to do a show that night. So that was it. So I did it during the day. But I don't think we got any extra payment. Maybe an overtime payment, maybe. But yeah, it was crazy. Really fun. But in and out. Also, you can find like certain places where you can look at the camera, and there was a really good bit at the end where there's like the clump, and we were sort of doing it during the dress run, and I'm like looking, like I sort of point like at the end, and the way the camera was, Justin, my friend, was like here, and it was just blocking my face because I did that, and I looked to a screen. This was like in dress run, so it wasn't like full out, and I could see like my face was just covered. When I do it again, I'm going to go like sort of this way, so it feels like I'm being blocked, but because it's not like a normal stage with a square and an audience, it's sort of like a circle and there's loads of cameras from different sides. I'm being blocked that way, but because of the camera you could just see my face. So I've definitely planned like to be on TV. That's Sports Relief. What was tonight at the Palladium like? Because I didn't do it, which sucks.
Tonight at the Palladium, I can't really remember doing any like proper rehearsal. I remember like being there in the afternoon and running it really quickly on stage, but it was literally like just taking the number and just putting it on a different stage. And because it was like, it wasn't a studio audience, it was like in a proper theatre, it was in the Palladium.
Yeah.
And also we were on a stage with way more space than we were used to.
Yeah.
Because the Palladium stage is huge.
Yeah.
So it kind of didn't feel any different, really.
Yeah. Did you think that the music was slower?
I can't remember.
Yeah, it always feels slower to me because naturally we had a band, and then that was recorded a couple of days or like a week before, wasn't it? When you were in Adams, it was recorded.
I can't remember.
Yeah, I think they recorded it.
West End Live's always really nerve-wracking because with the time of the year that it falls, chances are you've not been actually doing the show very long. So unless you're like in a returning cast, like you've stayed on and you're doing West End Live in the same show again, you're fine. But like when we did Heathers, we'd been doing the show a week. So you're just not as used to doing the show in front of an audience yet. And going from the other Palace, which had like 350 seats, to Trafalgar Square, which is like 5,000 people, it was like chaos. Yeah, it was so terrifying. And also with a show like Heathers, you want to be like so solid in what you're doing and so solid in like the character and your relationships with the other characters on stage, but also feeling comfortable with the actors and what you're doing with the other actors to make it convincing to an audience that, you know, you hate each other like the Heathers, or you love each other like JD and Veronica. Like, you want to be so solid that there's like no denying that you are those characters and, you know, whatever. So it was so terrifying being like, we've done this show a week, like we're not there yet, like give us another week, or like wait until like 3 weeks into the run when we're like so solid and so settled in these characters that it would just be a completely different performance.
Yeah.
Like, it is so funny when someone comes to watch like opening night or the first night of the previews and then comes back like a month or two later.
Yeah.
They'll be like, it's with it, regardless of what show it is, they'll be like, it's a completely different show. Like, I remember coming to see High Fidelity and seeing, like, I think I came to see it like first week. Didn't I see like your third performance?
Yeah, maybe.
And then saw like 3 performances towards the end, or like maybe your penultimate performance, and it was just a different show because it's just so slick now.
Yeah, and it's not even like, when it comes to terms like that, it's not even just the actors. It's like the technical departments, like the lighting, the sound, the ASMs and stuff. They get to know the show quicker and better.
Yeah.
So they everything becomes slicker.
Yeah.
It's like the whole thing just becomes better.
And the songs are in your body now as well.
Like musicians as well, everything.
So yeah, it's really nerve-wracking going from like a really small audience, or an audience that feels sort of like intimate, and they're coming to you, so if you feel like you're in your space, and it's very like terrifying then to be just plucked out and put on a stage in front of like 5,000 people in the middle of Trafalgar Square.
I've only ever done West End Live the once, and that was last year. So I did like MT Fest like section and the nights, so I did Saturday and Sunday. So on the Saturday, the sound checks like always like the day before, or like, you know, Thursday or Friday. But I couldn't get there because I was doing Cats rehearsals, and I was playing a part. I was playing Bill Gates, which I didn't play in the workshop, so I never did that rap. And Paul Taylor Mills was like, "Well, would you do it?" And I was like, "Yeah, why not? Like, it's a bit of fun in it."
Yeah.
I didn't really fully comprehend everything that was going to happen leading up to it, like my rehearsals for Cats. So then I couldn't do sound check. So my first time stepping on that stage and looking out was me doing it. Yeah. Which is petrifying. Like, especially doing a rap when, hey, listen, surprise, surprise, I'm no rapper. But like, I was like, I'll just do it. It was like really scary just coming out, because I like grabbed my mic, I was like, right, let's do it then. Walked out, I was like, oh my God, this is huge. And I was so loud. Or even the track was so loud, because I never heard the acoustics of whatever this is. It was mega loud.
West End Live's like renowned for being loud though, because when you walk out on stage, everyone screams, like regardless of like who you are, what show you're in. That's just the atmosphere at West End Live. Everyone screams, so they like crank up the music so loud, because it is impossible to hear the beginning, or they'll wait, like everyone will scream and they'll wait for everyone to die down, so you're just like like a lemon on the stage, like waiting for your track to begin. Yeah. It's awful.
Yeah, that was a crazy surprise. That was like mental.
The craziest performance I've ever done was Hyde Park for, what was it called? British Summertime Festival thing. I can't remember yet. Like some summertime festival. I can't remember what it was called, but me and Shan did it last year, and I also did it with the Cardinals. So I literally went on for Les Mis, quickly got into Cardinal stuff, and then went on with the Cardinals. But it was in between shows on a Saturday. So the quickest way they figured out to get us there wasn't by car or on the tube or walking, because it's not far, it's like Hyde Park. It was by motorbike. I had never ridden on a motorbike before prior to this point. So I literally had to sit on the back of this motorbike and like hold on, helmet, everything, and be rode on a motorbike to Hyde Park. And we got off, so bear in mind, we were in our own clothes. Because we've just done the show, we've had to like quickly get changed, and our costumes are being carted over it with someone else. And I got off the motorbike and they were like, yeah, you've got 6 minutes. And I was like, you what? 6 minutes to get into wig and costume and go on and sing. It was insane. It was like properly insane.
That's crazy.
But for that, we had rehearsals with the orchestra at Abbey Road, which was really, really cool.
That's amazing.
But it was like one of the most petrifying moments, because Claude Michel Schoenberg, who is the composer of Les Mis, he wanted it to sound rocky and like poppy, and didn't want it to sound like the show. He wanted it to be like, sort of like the concert. He wanted it to be like handheld mics. Like he insisted on handheld mics instead of like stood singing like we were at the concert on stage at Gilgud. He wanted it to be like handheld mics, me and Shan like looking at each other like we were like Mariah Carey and whoever, like Celine Dion, like singing together. He wanted it to be like a concert in costume. So I don't riff. I am not I don't riff, especially when you stood opposite Shanako, who is like the queen of riffing. Like, I was like, I'm just gonna leave all the riffing to Shan. And then we were doing this rehearsal at Abbey Road, and Claude was like, he came up to me and he was like, no, you need to like riff. And he was like, there's a moment I want you to do it. I can't remember where it was, but he was like, you need to like go up on that bit and like riff down. And I was like, oh my god, I hate this so much. Yeah. And I can't riff like spontaneously. I will need to like go away and learn a riff and practice it and then come back. So I was like, I'm just gonna do that. Like, I'll just sing it. We're gonna rehearse again and I'll just sing it how I just sang it. And I'll go away, figure out a riff, and then on the night I'll do it, it'll be fine. But then we rehearsed it again, and he like came over and like stood next to me and went, like just before I was about to sing it, and I was like, oh my god, I'm just gonna have to go with it, and it was like fine. But it was just that moment where I'm like, I've got the composer of the song stood next to me, expecting me to sing some kind of riff.
I'd be terrible
at this point. I was like, oh, this is just so terrifying. Shan was like pissing herself at me. I was looking at her like, babe, I don't do this. What the hell? What's going on? I'm in Les Mis for a reason, because there is no riffing.
Yeah.
So funny.
Well, that's that, I think.
Yeah.
Out of theatre performances. Very funny. It sort of keeps it fresh in a way, because you're asked to do something that you do every night, but differently. So it makes you like go, oh god. You
then feel very grateful when you come back to your own theatre.
Yeah, you're like, I know what to do here.
Yeah,
yeah, definitely. Well, thanks everyone for popping by. It's been emotional, actually. It's been really emotional today. It's been heartfelt. Yeah. Right. Bye everyone. Be safe out there. Don't fall off the stage and land on a drum kit, because you'll suffer from major percussion.
How long have you been storing that one away?
I don't know. It's full of jokes, guys. I'm full of jokes.
Bye.
Bye.